We'd been best friends since we were 5. Everyone knew we were in love except us. I met Leo when his family moved next door, and my mom made me bring over cookies to be neighborly. He was sitting on his front steps looking miserable about leaving his old friends, and I told him he could share my friends if he wanted. He said girls had cooties, and I dumped the entire plate of cookies on his head. We were inseparable after that. For the next 13 years, we did absolutely everything together. He walked me to school every morning, even when the guys made fun of him for hanging with a girl. I went to every single one of his baseball games, even the away ones that meant 3-hour bus rides. We had this whole routine where I'd paint his jersey number on my face and scream louder than all the actual girlfriends in the stands. People always asked if we were dating, and we'd both laugh like it was the most ridiculous thing ever. We weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. We were Leo and Julia, which was somehow bigger and smaller at the same time. High school was when everyone really started pushing it. His teammates kept telling him I was obviously in love with him, and my friends swore he looked at me different than other girls. We'd roll our eyes and explain for the 100th time that growing up together made us basically siblings. I knew everything gross about him, like how he ate cheese directly from the block at 2 a.m., and he'd see me with chicken pox, braces, and that unfortunate perm sophomore year. You don't date someone who helped you bury your hamster in 3rd grade. College almost broke us though. He got into State University for engineering, and I went to the art school 40 minutes away for graphic design. The first month was brutal. I'd call him crying because my roommate was psycho, and he'd drive over at midnight to bring me soup when I got sick. He'd text me during lectures because his lab partner kept hitting on him, and he didn't know how to make her stop without being mean. We made this pact to have dinner together every Sunday no matter what. Sometimes that meant meeting halfway at this crappy diner that had terrible food, but was exactly 20 minutes from both schools. Those Sundays kept me sane. Junior year, everything changed when Leo started dating this girl named Becca from his program. She was smart and pretty, and actually really nice, which made it worse somehow. For the first time in 16 years, Leo had someone else who came first. He still made Sunday dinners, but now he'd spend half the time texting her. When I called upset about failing a project, he was at her place and couldn't talk long. I told myself this was good and normal, and I was happy he found someone. I started dating too. This guy Daniel from my painting class who was sweet and funny and absolutely not Leo. The 4 of us would go on these awkward double dates where everyone was trying too hard to make it work. Becca would ask how long Leo and I had been friends, and then comment how cute it was, like our friendship was some novelty. Daniel kept trying to compete with inside jokes he didn't understand. Leo and I couldn't even look at each other properly because it felt like betraying the people we were with. Everything exploded senior year when Becca got accepted to grad school in California and wanted Leo to move with her after graduation. She gave him this whole speech about how it was time to leave childhood things behind and start their real life together. The childhood thing was me. Leo told me about it during our Sunday dinner, and I said he should absolutely go because Becca was amazing and California had great engineering jobs. He stared at me for the longest time, then said, yeah, I was right. That night I went back to my dorm and cried until my roommate threatened to call health services. Daniel broke up with me 2 weeks later saying I was clearly in love with someone else, and he deserved better than being second choice. I wanted to argue but couldn't because some part of me knew he was right even if I'd never admitted it. The week before graduation, Leo showed up at my apartment at 3 a.m., which wasn't unusual, except he was completely sober and looked destroyed. He said he'd ended things with Becca because she asked him to choose between California with her or staying near me, and he couldn't do it. I told him he was an idiot for ruining his future over a friendship, and he said that was the problem. I wasn't just his friend and hadn't been for years. Then he kissed me. Full story on channel, link below.